Burn Center is one of my special places. It was our first project there, and I'll never forget. It was a career-defining moment. At that point in time, I realized that this was the place I wanted to be, and I really wanted to focus in healthcare architecture for the rest of my life.
I remember sitting at the table with this man named Rick Embers, and I thought, oh gosh, I think he's very good.
The way Rick's mind works is different. He'll come up with some creative solutions that we wouldn't think of.
Designing a hospital requires an almost obsessive attention to detail. An example would be the operating rooms. Everything from the placement of the lights, to the electrical outlets, to the door, all of those things are extremely important for the care provider so that they can provide the best quality of care possible.
Sometimes instead of having a space that will do one thing, we need it to do three things. Rick is a master at pulling all of those things together.
We can be trying to figure out something very complex and how can we make this work, and I don't think this will ever happen. And Rick will be sitting at the end of the table listening to all of this, and a few minutes in, this is a typical phrase of Rick. He will say, I have an idea, what do you think about this? He has his tools and he sits there and he draws it out, and it's remarkable.
Over the years, I've crawled around on my hands and knees through the interstitial spaces, so I have a pretty good feeling for where they're at. It's just part of the job.
We built the 6th floor addition. Rick arranged for us to tour additional hospitals both in Kansas City and in Chicago to see what the state of the art in terms of patient care design was. And then our staff, working with Pulse designers, developed our own standard. It's a zoned concept with a place for the patient, a place for the patient's family, and a place for the staff.
He does get it, and really Pulse Design does. They understand that taking care of patients is our primary mission, and that doesn't stop just because we're doing a construction project.
Rick personally is a gentleman, and he works well with our staff. He's dedicated to the hospital. I mean, they were the original Treads and Threads partners going forward.
If we did not give to the Treads and Threads, I would have a staff just angry with me that they would miss the most exciting event in Kansas City. And that's a fact. I always remember back 15 years ago when I used to walk in the front door and the space was kind of empty, to be honest with you. Now I walk through and it's like salmon swimming upstream. You're dodging people, it is so active and people going every direction. I'm just so excited to see it.
Our hospital is better because Rick Embers has helped us make it what it is.
Richard Johnson and Don Wilson, the other two partners that started that firm, are of the same mold. It's everybody at Pulse Design.
We are so honored to be a part of this. This is not my award, this is our firm's award.